Okay, second video about the Rossi ranch hand. I tested the ranch hand with a little extension, 2x4 extension. So turned this into a carbine, and with great results. So I went ahead and ordered a stock, which is a piece of walnut from Precision in Texas, and I'm now inletting this. And I'm doing it in a fairly crude job here, and basically I'm hand fitting it. I also used a drill press to extend this inletting a little bit, and I'm basically I don't have any of that stock maker stuff, so I just give it a nice banging, and I take it apart and I see where there's a dark spot or an impression, like there's right now an impression there, which leads me to believe these things are a little bit too long. And I'm just using files and being very slow and patient, and I'll eventually get this inletted, and then we'll put a short, I cut this off a little bit, and we're going to put a very short recoil pad on, a very small recoil pad, and grind that on, and then we'll have a nice little carbine which will look a little nicer than the 2x4 extension, although it's served me quite well for the last couple of weeks. So, and when we're all done, we'll show it to you and we'll take you out to the gun range. Thank you. So, getting pretty close here. A couple of things have worked really well. This 4-in-hand rasp is just wonderful. It's really quick. I was originally going to use my bench grinder, but for knife making, but this is working very, very well, and it's very precise. One of the things I decided to do was use M.L. McPherson's advice of glass bedding the buttstock in, and this has had an added benefit of there's a line here where it fitted to the stock, which allows me to basically take material off to that line, and then all I'm really having to do is wherever a line appears or it looks like there's a straight edge, I just keep rounding, and it's gone very, very quick. I've been at it for about 15 minutes, and it's getting nearly perfect, a lot better than the work you get from the factory, or at least as good as a good factory job. So yeah, we're closing in here, thanks to my good friend JB Weld, which is what I've used for the glass bedding. The other thing I wanted to talk about is that there is this through bolt here, and I thought it was going to be a very straight cut, did it on a drill press, and found out that the angle is just a little bit different than I thought it was. So I made I used a bigger bit so that it fit through, and then just used JB Weld to make a new hole. So now I have a pretty well mated back stock. Just maintain the line as I've taken material off. I've maintained the line all the way down the stock, so there's no funny little waves in it. So that's from Precision in Texas, and it's a very nice piece of wood, and although it's quite hard with this rasp, it's very easy to work. And then I'll sand it all up when we're got it perfectly inletted. So thanks. 4 years ago I picked up this 44 Ruger carbine, and it's far exceeded my expectations. It shoots into less than 2-inch groups at 100 yards with lots of loads. It hasn't ever jammed. 5.5 pounds. One of the advantages I thought is the 44 is not going to kick too bad, and when we take a rifle for bear defense, it's fine for me to be able to shoot it, but can the whole family shoot it? Can my wife shoot it? Can the kids shoot it? With the scope, this weighs in about 6.5 pounds, and it is a little bit hard for the family to handle. Even though it's a nice short carbine and it's a tremendous little guy, it's still a little bit too big. So we've been fooling around with this little 22, and this is a Chipmunk 22, and it's got about the light, it's nice and light. It's got the length of pull that everybody can use, and it's light and handy, and this has been a great training firearm for people. And hidden in the chipmunk case is the new Rossi Ranch Hand Carbine, and you can see it's even shorter. It's a little heavier, but it's still only about 4.5 pounds. And this walnut stock took about an hour and a half to get it perfectly fitted, but it's now fitted in there pretty well. I just put a piece of leather on the back. We're waiting for a grindable small butt pack to come, and butt pad to come, and this is the setup. And as you can see, it's short, it's handy, 4.5 pounds. The whole family can handle this, and as a 44 Magnum, it's got enough power for bears, even the big grizzlies. I'm favoring the 300 grain Sierras right now, and that's going about 1,300 feet per second. I'm using H4227, and it doesn't have a lot of snap. It's got more push than snap. So we're going to take it out to the gun range again. I had that 2x4 extension on, so I know that this gun will get 3-inch groups at 75 yards with that load. I know with 240 grain Horned Days it shoots even better. So this is a tremendous little carbine for the boat, for the canoe, for summer use in a backpack. You can hide that right in a backpack, so you're not scaring some of the people that are just out camping, and you still have a means of bear defense. So when it's windy, spray doesn't work so well. So that's very, very happy with the way that's set out. Our next video will be part 3, and we'll show you it in action shooting. And not a perfect color match. The walnut is a little bit of a blacker dark than the light brown or dark brown of the front stock, whichever that Brazilian hardwood is. But it doesn't matter. It's fit very well. Again, it took about an hour and a half to get that inletted, and I'll let the epoxy, I did epoxy bed it. I'll let that dry for about a week, and then we'll take it out shooting it. So that's turned out to be really good, handy. The stock makes all the difference in the world. It's now much more usable, much more accurate. Able to easily load it and unload it from the shoulder without having to put it down. It's a much better rig than a ranch hand. I looked for these Marlin P carbines they had with 16.5-inch barrels for a long time, never could find one. This is 4-5 inches shorter even than that, and lighter as well. So very pleased with that. Thank you. One last thing, I did have to replace this rear sight. In my parts kit I had this sight up, which was taken off of a 405 Winchester 1895. It's 1/10 of an inch lower, and that is now shooting on. So I was going to get a fire front sight, but I didn't have to spend any money because that was in my parts kit. I did have to make a new elevator, so I made that elevator out of some hinge metal and cut the notches so that it's on at 75 yards. So I'm getting close to perfection here. Very happy with how well this has worked out. Thanks.